Hey everyone, welcome back to another writing video. My name is Alyssa and this is my channel, Princess Alyssa. I am frustrated because I thought I lost my entire outline for this video and then I kept pressing the undo button and it came back. So, yay! I am going to be doing an all about my novel video for my book Zamora to just show you a proof copy. This is the 4th draft and I got this through CreateSpace. This is not going to be the actual cover. I just had this because I thought it was going to be the cover. I do have a cover for it for when I finish and self-publish it. Anyways, I'm going to be just going off of what I have written down. I'm trying to film this video for most of the day. It has not worked because I keep getting interrupted. And yeah, it's also raining outside. So if you hear any noises, that might be the rain or the shower, depending on if mom's still in the shower. Anyways, I'm going to be talking about Zamora. And this is a YA fantasy novel, and it's the first in a 4 to 5 book series. I say 6 because there's a twist that I have for the end that I'm not sure if I want to do quite yet. It depends on where the 4th book takes me. Anyways, I have this set into different parts. So I have the world / summary of the novel. I have the element legends, just to give you a little bit of how the legends work, or the legend works. And then I have the 3 points of view, because this was just Griffin Hale's point of view. I've done an all about my character video on Griffin before, as I don't know if I've done the other 2, but then it changed to 2 points of view, and then it changed to 3 points of view. So, I also want to explain that this draft that I'm currently working on, I have been typing up from my notebooks, and I'm actually almost done, so I can probably get the rest of this typed up and then work on getting to the end of this book and finishing the whole thing, because I just want to get it done, and I have other ideas that I want to work on. As much as I love this story, I just want to be done with it. So in here I am on page 118, and I'm on chapter 14. And here I'm on chapter 17, and I have I have 65 pages going on to 66 pages, and I have 26,782 words. This is a YA fantasy novel, dark fantasy novel, and it's my heart and soul. So, the world / summary. This story takes place in a medieval time-like world and focuses on 4 elements: fire, water, earth, and air, and which is born of those elements. There are also element keys, not this one, but there are element keys which represent and hold most of the element's power, and then there are the element hunters, which is someone who collects each key and teams up to fight an evil Time Lord in the end, who goes by the name Galwin. And he is someone who kind of hides between time. He has always been there, but I didn't realize that he would be like hiding in between, literally in between time and in the galaxy, within a medieval time world. Don't ask me how my 13-year-old self came up with that. The story mainly takes place in a land called Corinthia, which is split by a forest that holds a secret fairy kingdom. No one from the east can go to the west, and no one from the west can go to the east. And each kingdom is ruled by a set of brothers who when they were younger, had a falling out after their parents died. Therefore, King Tiberius went through the forest, and along with however many people would follow him, and created the Kingdom of Maystones, which is where our main characters live. And his older brother rules over the family's main kingdom, which is the Kingdom of Inthia. Their number one rule, and the only rule, literally the only rule that both of them agree on, is there is no magic allowed. If you have magic, you're out. Now going on to the element legends. The legends of the elements is that every 10 years a new witch is born of the elements, or however many years the earth decides. This is all an earth-based magic system, so the earth decides who it wishes to have their powers or deems worthy to hold their powers, or to hold its powers. And yeah, there is also a catch when it comes to that. If all the elements band together, before the hunters can actually get to them, get their keys, because when they extract their key, they're extracting most of their power. And each hunter has a key. There are 8 hunters in total, I think. I don't know. In a future video, I'll remind you. There are 8 hunters in total, and if they cannot stop the elements from banding together, then they would be able to control the whole world unless they can be stopped. So moving on to the points of view, Master Zamora, he is an immortal warlock who has dreamed of meeting his grandchildren, because his son David, who is Griffin, and Zamora's father, has kept him away because he doesn't want his children to know who they actually are, which is part warlock. And if they know that they're part warlock, then they know that they will not end up not being accepted from everyone. Because warlocks, magic, any very related thing, or witch, anything witchcraft, fairy, warlock related, is not allowed in the land, so they can be burned to death or just die. But with an immortal warlock as well, there's only a few. Azora is one of those few. And he is just like the main one, but the only people who know how to kill immortal warlocks are the fairies. So he kind of stays away from, if he has to, or if he's able to, he stays as far away from the forest as possible. Anyways, one day his dreams end up coming true of meeting his grandchildren, but not in the way that he wanted them to. When his son is killed, he is forced to grant his dying son's last wish, which is to save his son Griffin Hale's life and daughter Evelyn Hale. But he also has to work on keeping the secret that he's an immortal warlock from both the kings, who he's a healer for, and he's been a healer for their family for decades, because he was friends with the king's fathers, or he was friends with the royal family. We'll just put it at that. So if they know, who knows what will happen. So that's one of his many secrets that he has to keep. And it will be a whole lot harder to keep right after he releases Griffin, or breaks Griffin out of the Inthlian prison. Now, moving on to Griffin Hale. He is an assassin who has been in the Inthlian prison for almost 3 years and is set to die the day after the book starts. He thought the only way out would be to kill himself, but when he is saved by a stranger and his best friend, his whole life and his whole world changes, and his nightmares of possibly losing his family become real after he is set free and thrust into a life he only heard stories about from his father. Now, Zamora Hale, she is kind of sprinkled throughout the story, so it goes Azora Griffin, and then every now and then there's Azora Zamora Griffin, Azora Zamora Griffin. So it's not constant throughout the whole book. She's only there when she has something to say, and that's kind of how it is right now. Like the last chapter that I wrote, let me look. Yeah, the last chapter that I wrote was one of Zamora's chapters, and I think this is only the third chapter that I've written for her. So most of the book does center on Griffin and Azora, with her sprinkled throughout in her own chapters. Just because there's some things that you need to see that isn't shown within the rest of the book, because the rest of the book is focused on Griffin's story as well as Azora's story, and they do all intertwine here and there. It may not be like all the time, but Zamora is always there. She's kind of like Negan in a way, where they all fear her and they only see her at certain times throughout the book. And I just wanted to explain that now, in case you were wondering when you do read the book, why that's the structure, why that structure is there. I just thought it was interesting, and I realized throughout this draft that that's how it's going to be. It's not going to be like a normal structured story, because it's not a normal story. Well, what story is normal? Anyways, moving on to Zamora's part of it. She is the witch born of fire and is the adopted daughter of David and Alice Hale, as well as the oldest child in the Hale family. When growing up, Zamora quickly discovered her powers, but was forced to stay inside by her family for they feared what would happen if anyone found out that they, 1, had a witch for a daughter, as well as 2, hiding her from the world. Because of having her, because of her having to hide, it drives her up the wall, and she has what I like to call episodes, a lot of episodes of craziness and destruction, and she is pretty much mad as Mad Hatter, in other words. And one day she realizes that the only way to be free would be to kill her father David, and that is when everyone's story starts, is after the first couple chapters, or within the first couple chapters, it kind of starts right away. And moving on to the themes, one of the themes in this book is being accepted as being freed. And I think that's kind of important nowadays, is because a lot of people don't feel free because they're not accepted for who they are. And I just thought that was such an important line. Like, it didn't really make sense to me when I wrote it, because Evelyn says that being free is different from being accepted, and then Zamora goes on to say, no, being accepted is being freed, but she will never know that because she's never been accepted by her family, even though they say that she loves her, and they try to help her, but she's just not accepted. That's really close, sorry. Anyways, and also another theme is family, and family-oriented stories are my favorite kind of stories, which is why I write a lot of family-oriented stuff. And the second theme that goes throughout the whole book is, how far are you willing to go for someone you love? and that can be either for a lover or for your family members. So those are two of my favorite themes throughout the whole book, and that is what Zamora, this book, is about. And it's what I've been working on for the past 11 years. I did come up with this book. I probably shouldn't start with this, but oh well. I did come up with this book near the 4th of July. It was either near or on, because we go to Ironstone, which is up in Murphy's, a few hours drive from where I live, and that whole place kind of inspired the lodge in my novel, because the lodge is where all the hunters hang out, and it's my favorite place in the entire book, because we're there for a majority of the whole series. Yeah, this story is kind of just my heart and soul, and I hope when I do get it done that you guys will read it and love it. I have had people say that they like it so far, but that was the older drafts, and this is the new one, so it's completely different from the other drafts. Gotta grab a drink. This is my GMM mug, and it's my favorite thing ever. I got it for Christmas, and yeah, that's a whole other thing. Anyways, that is my all about my novel video for Zamora, the first book in the Element Hunter series. I don't even have a release date for it yet, but I know I should come up with a release date. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what types of videos that you've seen on my channel that you really like and that you would want to see more of, and I will try and do those. Also, let me know what other writing videos you would like to see. I am going to film a video as well on dark fantasy, just because it needs to be out there more. This is my favorite genre, or like subgenre, and it's one that I mostly write in. This book and the Mercy Store series is dark fantasy, as well as my series, as well as my standalone dystopian novel, which is also dark fantasy, because that book is a lot darker than Zamora. One thing I love about Zamora is there is a, I should mention this too, there is a gay romance in there, so there's a bit of romance going on between two of the Element Hunters. We don't see it a lot, but we see Griffin catching some of it, and we see some of it happen in a pub. There's not really any romance besides that. That happened because I knew that those two characters were connected in a way that is more than friends, and I just had to put those two together, and I didn't realize that until like last year when I was talking to my mom about the story. But this is what's been going through my head for the past month, or what I've been working on for the past month, and I hope I can get it done either this month or next month. I know that's probably not gonna happen, but we will see. I've been working on it so hard, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what other writing videos you would like to see in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give this a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already down there. More videos will be coming out soon. I know I normally post Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, but yesterday I just didn't feel like being on camera at all, and today I wanted to actually just do this video, and now I've finally done it, so I hope it wasn't too all over the place. Please give me feedback. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!